Mr. Brighton Barugahari, the Commissioner of Policy Analysis and Research in the Ministry of Education and Sports, says following major reforms made by government in the education in 1992, the government commends the Education Policy Review Commission to study issues affecting the education sector and also make education relevant, where since a milestone of achievements like technological transformation has been reached.
Since the government made major reforms in the education sector, and the last time that happened was in 1992. We have been implementing government policies, programs, projects in the education sector basing on the government white paper on education of 1992. Prior to that cabinet approval of that white paper, there had been a commission, an education policy review commission, that was established in March 1987 to study the issues affecting education, but also to make education relevant. And they came up with the recommendations in 1989. Those recommendations were debated, approved by cabinet and the parliament, and they came up with the government white paper as a blueprint of education service delivery in the country. But we also realize that since 1992, when we last had the white paper approved to guide implementation, many things have changed. The technological revolution, that time I think there was only UBC. These radios I have had Dr. Mtimba mentioning were not there, the FM radio.
Mr. Bright says that the Commission will make inquiries into the implementation of decisions stipulated in the 1992 Government White Paper on Education as a macro policy framework for human capital development, and also assess the relevance and effectiveness of specific policies, programs and projects designed to achieve the 1992 Government White Paper on Education decisions along the education and sports value chains.
The Commission will investigate and inquire into 1. The implementation of the decisions contained in the government white paper on education of 1992 as a macro policy framework for human capital development in the country. We have been having this white paper since 1992. It is almost coming. By April, it will be 30 years. So has it worked? That is 1. 2. The existence of policies on curriculum, teaching, assessment, and placement of runners where available. Curriculum is the content. When you send your child to school or when you go to school, the expectation that you are going to acquire knowledge, that knowledge is packaged into what they call curriculum. Now that curriculum is what assists teachers. So you don't go in a class and say things you know. You say things that are within the curriculum.
The Commission calls out on all stakeholders to participate in the education policy review process by ways of submitting memoranda of their own views, comments and proposals on the necessary education sector policy and legal reforms.